Hello, welcome to the HR Diary. If you ever wondered how to predict something based on multiple factors, like figuring out how selling price and advertising costs affect your umbrella sales, you are in the right place. In this video, I will show you how to predict the output based on multiple numerical variables or using Excel. You will learn what is multiple regression, how to install Analysis ToolPak in Excel, how to create a multiple regression model and interpret these results and make predictions with it. Let's get started. Let's start with the basics. Multiple regression is a statistical technique used to understand the relationship between one dependent variable, like umbrella sales, and two or more independent variables like selling price and advertising costs. In simple terms, it helps us to see how several factors together influence this single outcome. So if you are trying to understand what impacts your umbrella sales, is it the price that you set or how much you spend on advertising? Multiple regression will help you find out how each of these factors contribute to your sales. Before we can perform multiple regression in Excel, you need to first install the Analysis ToolPak, which is an Excel add-in program that provides analysis tools. Here's how you do it. Go to the File tab, go to Options, go to Add-ins, add this Manage box, select the Excel add-ins, click onto Go, check this Analysis ToolPak add-in, click onto OK. When you click onto OK, you realize that at this data menu, in this analysis group, you have this data analysis add-in here. Now, let's create a multiple regression model. This is my data. Now, let's go to the data menu, look for data analysis, click onto this, and look for regression. From the list, select it, click onto OK. After you click onto OK, you will see this regression dialog box. For this input Y range, click onto it, select your dependent variable including the header. So my dependent variable is umbrella sales. So I'll select this whole area, click back to here. For the input X range, click this, select the columns including the header for my dependent variables, which is selling price and advertising cost. Click back onto here. Because I've selected these labels here, check this label box. This means that I took in the headers and I want to tell Excel not to use these headers for calculation. So next, at this output range, click it and click here to choose where you want the output to appear. So I want it to appear here, so I will click here. I want it to appear starting from this cell. Go back to here and click OK. Once I click OK, you will see this summary output. Now there's too many decimal points here. So I'll select this whole summary output, go to home, number, and I want the decimal point to, I want to change it to 3 decimal point. Yep, so I've got 3 decimal point, which is easier to see. So now, how do I interpret the results of this summary output? First, you would see this R square. Let me zoom in on the useful data. So in this output, the R square is 0.962. This means that it is a very good fit. It means that 0.69 is 96%. It means that 96% of the variation in umbrella sales, which is the output, is explained by the independent variables selling price and advertising cost. So 96% of these sales can be explained by these 2 factors. The closer R square this R square number is to 1, the better the regression line fits the data. So the better the data. And so this is almost very close to 1, and it is a very good data. Next, the next useful information is this significant F. To determine if your results is statistically significant, which means to determine whether it is reliable, check on this significant F. So my number is 0.001. If the value of significant F is less than 0.05, so this is less than 0.05, it is statistically significant. It is reliable. So this number is smaller than 0.05, right? So it is statistically significant. If your significant F is bigger than this 0.05, it means that it may not be good for you to use these independent variables, these 2, right? These 2, selling price and advertising cost. So in my example, my independent variables are selling price and advertising cost. So if this is more than 0.05, it's not reliable. You need to check the p-values of your independent variables, these 2, right? So these 2, check whether the p-value is bigger than 0.05 and run the regression again until this. So, sorry, if this is more than 0.05, that means this factor is not a reliable variable. So you may want to remove selling price, right? So remove anything that is more than 0.05. So you delete those bigger than 0.05 and run the regression again until this significant F drops to below 0.05. So most of your p-values should be lower than 0.05. So in this example, the p-value is for selling price is 0.001. So these 2 and advertising cost, both of these is less than 0.05. Now, let me explain the formula for multiple regression. So this is the formula for multiple regression. And this y, what is y? Y is the dependent variable. Y is what you are trying to predict. So in my example, umbrella sales is what I want to predict. Umbrella sales is the y. B0 is the constant or the intercept. So the B1, 2, 3, all these are the coefficients for each independent variable. Then the x1, x2, xn, these are my independent variable. X is what we are using to predict the y. So the X is something like, for this example, is the selling price and the advertising cost. So basically this formula is saying that my umbrella sales depends on the combination of selling price and advertising cost. So I want to create, so this is my regression model and this is the formula, right? So to create this regression formula, we need to plug in the numbers from this summary output. So for this intercept, we need to plug in the intercept coefficient number, this number. So I hit enter. So you can see, so this number, I take this number, all right, for the intercept. Now plug in the selling price coefficient number of -83 into this B1. And next, plug in the advertising cost coefficient number of 0.592 into this B2. All right. This is my regression formula. So now, if I want to predict umbrella sales, I want to predict what is the umbrella sales if the selling price is $5 and advertising cost is $300. How do I do the prediction? Simple. So what you can do is to enter $5 here, selling price $5, and advertising cost $300 here. So you will see that the umbrella sales is 697. So predict if selling price is $5 and advertising cost is $300. So enter $5 here, advertising cost $300, and my umbrella sales is 697. So if I increase my selling price to $10, let's see what is my sales. So let's type in 10, and you see umbrella sales drop. When I increase the price, less people buy, and the umbrella sales has dropped to 279. So initially when $5, it is 697. When I increase the price, it drops. So next, if I increase the advertising cost to $600, let's see what would be the umbrella sales. So if I change it to $600 and hit enter, umbrella sales increase to 457. All right, that's it. In this video, I've shown you how to predict output based on multiple numerical values with Excel. Thanks for watching. If you are not a subscriber, click down below to subscribe so you get notified about similar videos that we upload. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the HR Diary channel.